Hey, what's up everyone? Gurkirat here, back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my manga collection as of August 2020. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so starting at the very top, we have Slam Dunk volumes 1 through 31, which is the complete series of Slam Dunk, written and illustrated by Takehiko Inoue. And if you ask me, Takehiko Inoue is one of the greatest mangaka out there. Not only does he have amazing art, he's also written a couple of other really beloved series, namely Real and Vagabond. Those are two series that are also beloved by the manga community as a whole. And I think that some people do put Slam Dunk in a box and won't check it out because it is a sports manga about basketball. And while that is the premise of the series, I think that it kind of actually transcends just being a sports manga. The art in it is amazing, and the story just keeps getting better and better as it goes on. And it has one of the most, I would say, non-cliche endings that you can think of when it comes to a sports manga. I think that it's worth checking out even if you aren't really a big fan of sports manga in general, and it's one of my favorite series. So next up we have Real by Takehiko Inoue, and I only have the first 3 volumes. I want to get more, but the thing is, I'm kind of just waiting for a Viz sale to happen, and that'll probably happen near the holiday season, and that's when I'll grab the rest of the volumes that are available in English, as there's just been announced that there's a new volume coming out in Japan, but it'll take a while to come over here. And then next to Real, we have a Josuke figure from JoJo Part 4. He looks really nice, and behind him we have a Almine plush from Kuroko's Basketball, just chilling in the back there. So let's go down to the next shelf. We have a Morgiana plush from Magi, and next to her we actually have a Judal plush from Magi. And below we have a Sinbad keychain, and also a Kisei keychain from Kuroko's Basketball. So behind we have Magi volumes of 1 through 37, and that is the complete series of Magi. And Magi is actually one of the series that first got me into collecting manga in the first place, like a few years back. It's actually been like 4 years at this point when I think about it. And while I think that it's not really the greatest battle shonen out there, it definitely has a lot of unique qualities to it, and the character designs are really nice, and I think it's worth checking out. And there's 2 seasons of the anime out, so if you don't want to read the manga, you can check those out as well, as they do follow the manga pretty well. And I hope that one day we do get a season 3, but I don't know, I wouldn't hold my breath for that. But it's, I guess there's hope out there for something like that to happen eventually. And then next to that we have Magi, which this is like the final chapter that came out in Weekly Shonen magazine in Japan. I actually ordered it back when Magi concluded because I wanted to own a piece of history, which is the final chapter release, and this is the type of thing that you don't really see in a lot of people's collections, and I think it's really cool to have this. So let's go down even farther below now. We have a Jotaro figure. He looks pretty cool. And then next to him we have an Ace figure. Looks pretty cool as well. So let's move Jotaro out of the way for a second. Hope he doesn't fall. We have Hunter x Hunter volumes 1 through 36 with a few volumes missing, specifically volumes 9, 11, and 19. I actually ordered a lot of Hunter x Hunter volumes, and you can see my last haul where I showcase them. Hunter x Hunter, I think, is one of the top tier battle shonens, but a lot of people should just watch the anime because Togashi's art isn't really that great. And I'm not gonna be out here defending Togashi's art if I'm being real. And I think it's just kind of better to watch the anime because it does follow the manga really well. If you're a really big fan of the anime after you watch it, I do recommend checking out the manga because it does go further than what happened in the anime. And there is an arc that started after the anime ended, which is, I think, actually like after volume 32, that's when the new arc started. So behind Ace we have Yotsuba volumes 1 through 14, which is all cut up with the English releases. So this is another manga that doesn't really actually get updated that often, just like Hunter x Hunter. And I think that it probably won't ever end just like Hunter x Hunter, but it's a very different series from the type of thing that I would usually read. It's actually a slice of life manga about a little girl and her dad and just her growing up. It's really wholesome, and I think that if you're just looking for a chill, relaxing read, this is the type of thing that is really great to check out. It's one of the best slice of life manga out there in my opinion, and it's just worth checking out. So if you have the free time and then the money available, you might as well buy it. And then below we have Monster, the Perfect Editions, volumes 1 through 9, which is actually complete. I read this a few months ago when quarantine started, and honestly, I wasn't really the biggest fan. Like, I enjoyed it, but I feel like a lot of times the pacing is really slow, and things would just take really long to start happening. I do think that Tenma and Johan are really great written characters, and Naoki Urasawa has really great artwork, but I just wasn't the biggest fan of the manga as a whole. And I know that might be blasphemous to say, as this is one of the most highly rated manga out there by the community. And I just think, I don't know, the pacing just didn't feel right for me at times, and that's kind of what brought its score down for me. But I do think I will eventually check out 20th Century Boys, as that kind of actually interests me more than this series did initially. But I was given the first few volumes of Monster for free from my sister for Christmas, and I just kind of felt obligated to read it because they were a gift. And I enjoyed it from the beginning, but overall I just thought it was okay. So next up we have a Saitama pop figure, just in the front there, chilling. Let's move him out of the way. We have One Punch Man volumes 1 through 12. And if you actually saw my last collection video about a year or so ago, this series, I mean, I like One Punch Man, but I just think that I probably won't collect more of this. I'll probably just start reading it on the Shonen Jump app. And if I really enjoy it, I'll probably pick up the rest of what's out. But for right now, I'm just kind of okay with what I have. And then we have A Silent Voice volumes 1 through 7, which is complete. A Silent Voice is kind of a romance / drama series. And there's actually an anime film out that was made by KyoAni, and it's really high quality. I recommend you watch the movie. It's probably actually on Netflix as well, at least on Netflix Canada. So if you have that, you can check it out on there. It's a series that's okay, in my opinion, and I think it's worth checking out. If you like the anime, then you might as well read the manga, because there are things that the anime cuts out because just due to time constraints, because it is a movie. So they had to just cut some stuff out to fill it in and have just cover the full story. So if you like the movie, just check out the manga. It's not that long. And then next to that, we actually have Rohan at the Louvre, I guess, written by Hirohiko Araki, which is the creator of JoJo, and Rohan is a character in JoJo Part 4. So this is actually kind of a special manga because it was created when Hirohiko Araki, the creator of JoJo, showcased his manga at the Art Museum de Louvre in France. And I think he was actually the first mangaka to showcase his artwork there, which is really impressive. And I really like JoJo, and I would like to have the hardcovers eventually. But I'm okay with just watching the anime for now and owning this. And I know that's kind of blasphemous to say as well, because you're an anime only. That's kind of scrubby, bro. That's kind of a new move. But yeah, I'm okay with just owning this as a JoJo memorabilia for now. And then we have Batman the Killing Joke, which isn't a manga, but it's a really good comic book. I recommend people check it out. And then right here we have a Zoro figure from One Piece, where his katana is actually broken right now. I need to fix that, but I haven't really gotten to it yet. So just go down more now. We have a Naruto headband, pretty weeby, but my friends and I got it at a con one time, and I just kind of kept it ever since then. It's a good memory, I guess. So then we have Berserk volumes 1 through 14. Berserk, I read the Berserk when quarantine started as well, and I really enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed Monster, to be honest. I guess I just really like action series, and I think this is one of the greatest action series out there. Guts and Griffith are two of the most well-written characters I can think of. So if you guys really enjoy action, and if you don't mind gore and really graphic content, this is a series that's worth checking out. But just be warned that there is gore and whatnot. And yeah, Golden Age arc is one of the best manga arcs out there, bar none. So next to that we have Black Cat, written and illustrated by Kintaro Yabuki, volumes 1 through 20, which is the complete series. Black Cat was one of those series where I felt like I was never going to be able to collect it because certain volumes are really out of print. But then one day I was just browsing my local listings on Kijiji, which is essentially the Canadian version of Craigslist, and somebody was selling the entire series for $50. And seeing the entire series for that low of a price, I just had to snatch them up. And now that I own it, I feel like I'm obligated to read it, as it's one of the series where I actually watched the anime, and it was one of the anime that got me into anime back in the day, way back in like elementary and middle school. And I think that I'll probably end up enjoying this. I'm a sucker for battle shonen. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finally actually getting to read the full series for this. And then at the very bottom, we have Instant Teen volumes 1 through 4. This is kind of a guilty pleasure manga, and it's one of the series that I read when I was a kid. And I just kind of wanted to get this, and somebody was selling it on Kijiji for like a couple dollars a book, and I just decided to check it out. And yeah, it's okay, man. I don't really recommend it. It's just kind of a guilty pleasure series for me. And then next to that, we have, I don't know if you've heard of this series, it's called Dragon Ball. These are actually my brother's manga, and he just kind of keeps them on my shelf because he doesn't really have the space for it. So we have the first Viz Big of the original Dragon Ball and the first Viz Big of Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, these are, I mean, it's Dragon Ball, you've all heard of it. It's one of the classic battle shonen. And then next to that, we have Dragon Ball Super, volumes 1 through 5. And yeah, it's in Dragon Ball Super, you've heard of it before. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, volumes 1 through 9. Yeah, I got these mainly for my brother when he was a kid. And yeah, he used to really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, he hasn't really checked them out in a while. They're just kind of sitting on my shelf for now. So next up, we have some box sets and miscellaneous manga. Things that don't really fit on my shelf, or things that I don't really want to collect more of, but I already own some of it. So I just kind of keep it to the side and not with my main collection. So we have the Death Note box set, which is the complete series. Let's turn this around so we can open it up. It's actually 1 through 12 and the 13 How to Read volume. This is the complete series of Death Note, and if you haven't heard of Death Note, I mean, are you living under a rock, man? It's one of the most popular manga out there. And if you don't know what it is, it's like a cat and mouse manga. It's like they're trying to find out who the killer is. That's the easiest way to explain it. And it kind of does get weaker after something happens in around volume 7 through 12. That's kind of when it gets weaker, but I still think it's pretty good after that. And the series in general is pretty good. And it's a good entry manga for those that are just getting into the medium. And then next up we have Claymore, the complete series box set. It's volumes 1 through 27, I believe. So let's open this one up as well. There we go. So that's what the inside looks like. And then let's see, volumes 1 through 27. Claymore is a battle shonen, and actually it's kind of unique because it has a very large female cast. Most of the main characters are women, and I think that's kind of rare for a battle shonen manga. It's not something you see with a lot of series. I think that the story of Claymore is not that great. Like, it's good, but I wouldn't say it's great. It starts off pretty strong, and then by the end, it's just like alright in my opinion. I would say if you're looking for a series where it's kind of unique in that the cast is mainly female, and there's also a lot of action, but at this level of, not at the level of Berserk, it's not that gory. I would recommend checking out Claymore. It's alright. So next up, we just have some miscellaneous manga. Things that I don't really want to collect anymore, or it's just random manga that I own. Extra volumes, I suppose. So we have a Japanese copy of Seven Deadly Sins, just the first volume in Japanese. Just own that for whatever reason. And then Hellsing, just volumes, Hellsing, volumes 2, volume 3. Haven't read these because I don't own volume 1, but I feel like I would like it if I ever got the rest of the series. And they did reprint this in the Perfect Editions. Dark Horse did. And I might actually get those instead. So then we have Bastard, just an old battle shonen. And then we have Bakuno. And then this is actually written by the creator of Durarara. You've probably heard of that series more than Bakuno, but Bakuno is a great anime series. And this is actually the light novel that is based off of the anime. So yeah, this is a great anime. I just recommend checking out the anime instead of reading the light novel, unless you really end up liking the anime and you want to read the source material. And then we have Master Keaton, which is actually, it says Naoki Urasawa, but it's not written by him. It's written by somebody else, and he just does the illustrations. That's why the character looks really similar to Tenma, the main character in Monster. He has like a really similar face. I read this a while ago and I liked it, but I don't know if I'll collect more of it, to be honest. We'll see, I guess. And then next up, we just have a couple of extra volumes of Black Hat. Volumes 1, Volumes 2, and Volumes 3. I got these before I actually got the other volumes that I own. I didn't ever think I was going to get the full set, but somebody was selling 1 through 20, so then I had to just get all of them at the same time. And now I have extras of 1 through 3. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do with those. I might just donate them to my local library if they want them. And then we have, it's actually The God's Lie. This is a one-shot manga, a one-volume manga. And it's alright. If you're looking for a quick read, this is something that you can check out. And then we have Platinum End, just the first volume of it. This is a series that's actually written and illustrated by the creators of Death Note and Bakuman. And to be honest, I have had this for a couple of years and I have not read it at this point. And I know that's kind of messed up to say, but I don't know, man. I might check it out eventually, but I've heard mixed things about it, so I'm not sure. If you guys want to let me know if you like it in the comments down below or if you don't, and if I should collect more of it, then just please let me know in the comments down below. And then we have, finally, Barrage Volumes 1 and Volume 2. Barrage is a series written and illustrated by the creator of My Hero Academia. It's actually the series that he wrote before he wrote My Hero Academia. And it was in Shonen Jump, but it got canceled. And it has a really rushed ending. You could tell that he had to finish it really quickly. That's why the story isn't really that great overall, but you can kind of see where he was going with it. And I'm glad that he was able to find success later on with My Hero Academia. Here is the small anime collection that I own as well. We have an Appa Pop figure just in the front chilling here. Then we have Avatar: The Last Airbender, the complete series on DVD. Pretty good TV show. Check it out if you're into action shows. And then we have Code Geass: Lelouch of the Rebellion, Seasons 1 and 2. This is actually the limited edition release. It came with these art cards that are right next to it. But yeah, if you're going to buy this, you might as well just get the regular edition, because it's not really worth paying extra because you don't really get much with it. You just get the cardboard box and the art cards that come with it. So yeah, it's not really worth paying extra for it. Then we have Hunter x Hunter, the first 2 Blu-ray sets. I don't really think I'm going to collect more of this because, I mean, it's on Netflix, man. Just watch it on there. I don't really want to collect more Blu-rays in general, so I'm just kind of okay with what I have. And then it's Akira. This is a great anime movie, and I recommend checking it out if you're just looking for a good anime movie to watch. It's not too long. Then we have One Piece Strong World and One Piece Film Z. Both good One Piece films. If you're into the series, then you should watch them. Then we have a Ghibli film, Princess Mononoke. It's pretty good. It's probably one of my favorite Ghibli films. And then we have Dragon Ball Z, the Trunks and Bardock short films. Yeah, I'm not really the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan, but I do enjoy side stories like this. But yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of Dragon Ball, but I do own this. And then we just have some random Yu-Gi-Oh! And a Dragon Ball. A terrible movie, but I do own it for the memes. This is Dragon Ball Evolution, the live action film. And yeah, it's pretty shit. Don't watch it. Well, guys, that was my manga collection and small anime collection as of August 2020. I'd say in total I own around 200 to 250 volumes of manga. And I think that I'm actually kind of satisfied with what I own right now. I'm really happy with my collection. I think it fits my tastes in anime and manga really well. And I think that for me to buy more series, I think I really have to like it. And actually, recently I've been reading a lot more stuff on the Shonen Jump app because it's $2 a month. I pay that and I keep up with One Piece weekly. And you can actually do that for free. Latest chapters are free to read. But if you want to read the backlog of a bunch of series, you have to pay. And I don't mind paying to read stuff like Rurouni Kenshin, Bakuman, things of that nature, where I wouldn't really buy the whole manga series, but I'm willing to pay $2 a month to have access to it and read them online through that way. If you guys have made it this far, then please like the video, as it really helps the channel out, and also subscribe with notifications on. And I just wanted to let you guys know that there's a lot more manga content available on my channel and manga collecting tips, things of that nature. I go over where to buy manga for cheap and mistakes to avoid when starting a manga collection in a couple other videos. And I'll have things like that linked down below to help new collectors out and just people that want to learn more about manga collecting. I've been doing this for a few years now, so I've made a lot of mistakes and I've had successes as well, as you can tell with the Black Hat manga. And I think that you can learn from people like me, and I like to share my thoughts on manga collecting. So if you like videos like that, then please subscribe. Well guys, that's all I really have for this one. Thank you for watching and have a great day.